Welcome to my channel. Today, we uncover the funny secrets between a doctor and his patient. Today's plot is crazy, featuring a little boy. Ian has a moment, but then realizes that those ghosts are probably only visible to him. If he keeps talking to the doctor, he's definitely getting a one-way ticket to the loony bin. So he just pretends he's getting better. Eventually, the doctor agrees to let him out, even though he's basically lying his way to freedom. But those ghosts are still clinging to him, and some even want to take turns using his body. The smoking uncle acts like he's never had a cigarette before and goes wild. Wan feels like a smoky delicacy at this point. The lecherous and heavy-drinking, voyeuristic old man is always in a drunken stupor whenever he uses his body, and he has a habit of peeing off the balcony downstairs, which really infuriates the neighbors. The neighbors hold a meeting to protest, and they just happen to run into the weepy priest. What a coincidence. After half an hour of failed consolation, the neighbors finally snap and decide to cancel the no peeing anywhere agreement. It's too funny. Among us, only the boy's normal, wanting snacks and making Wan vomit. After all this chaos, Wan can't take it anymore. He just wanted to live normally, but ends up bullied every day. He yells at the ghosts, asking if they can just leave him alone for once. The ghosts just give him a look that says you figure it out. So he secretly starts researching suicide methods online. But just when he thinks of that, the ghosts pop up, clearly having decided they are not letting him off the hook. Left with no choice, one seeks out a ghost-busting master, asking how to get these ghosts off his back. The master thinks the ghosts are stuck here because they have unfinished business, and if one helps them, they might finally move on. As the master said, these ghosts all want something. The old man wants his camera back so he can rest in peace. The camera's in the police station as evidence, and getting it back won't be a walk in the park. One decides to stick with the old cop, hoping to snag that camera and rid himself of the old ghost snagging. But lo and behold, he accidentally stumbles into a police raid and makes their work a complete waste. He gets arrested for interfering with official business, but luckily the old ghost knows some dirt on the cop, so there's a twist. To save his own skin, the old cop agrees to release Wan and hand over the camera. Hearing the familiar name jogs the old man's memory, even if it's not who he expected. Yet, he deduces the old man's identity. Old friends reunite. They thought they could go wild like 20 years ago, but then a nurse stops them, saying alcohol is off limits. One looks back and sees a beautiful girl, suddenly feeling like he wasted 30 years. The old man sees Wan's thoughts and decides to lend a hand, possessing Wan's body. The old man's self-absorbed pick-up lines leave the girl speechless, thinking he's some escaped mental patient. Despite embarrassment, the old man finally fulfills his wish in front of the girl. The master's wish is to see youthful faces one last time in his old age. Little by little, the old man realizes he still needs to help others. The old man longs to see his cherished trinket from the past, feeling fulfilled in his heart. Next up is the little boy's wish, which is pretty simple. He just wants to see a cartoon movie. Coincidentally, they bump into that nurse, who just happens to be there with her brother for a movie. Wen musters up courage, apologizing for his early boldness, but she brushes it off. Just then, the little boy sees the lollipop in her hand, and is instantly enthralled. Is it $10 for one? It's worth way more than $10. And then, the movie starts. The little boy sits at the front, laughing heartily at the cartoon, and the girl in the back thinks he's just a pure little angel. But when the movie ends, while the girl's in the restroom, the little boy tries to threaten her brother for candy. Just then, the girl walks back and catches him in the act, leaving Wan utterly embarrassed. He decides to buy a giant candy flower for her brother, but changes his mind due to the boy. This makes the girl think that Wan is a capricious person, and she doesn't want to get too involved. To salvage his image, Wan decides to tag along with the siblings to a noodle shop. Under the fruity ghost's influence, she devours 5 bowls of noodles, impressing the girl's brother. Although she ultimately indulges in a carefree moment in the restroom again, this also makes the girl feel a twinge of guilt. She thinks that if her brother didn't praise Juan, he wouldn't be in such a predicament. So she leaves Juan her business card, saying he can contact her anytime he feels unwell. As a result, they become friends, which is Juan's greatest achievement in helping the little boy fulfill his wish. Next up is the wish of the chain-smoking uncle, and it's a real riot. He wants Juan to steal a taxi first, but the chicken-hearted Juan doesn't have the guts for that. So he pleads with the garage owner, who finally lends him a car for days. The uncle possesses Juan's body and drives the old car out, but unfortunately he has a mishap at the beach.